Since March 2025, the Earth has experienced an unusual surge in seismic activity. Major earthquakes have struck Myanmar, parts of Japan, South America, and even areas of southern Europe, some of which were places that rarely experience such intense tremors. Many people have noticed this increase in natural disasters and are beginning to ask deeper questions. Why now? Is this just climate and geological changes, or is there a spiritual meaning behind these mass events? Despite all our advances in technology and earth sciences, earthquake prediction remains one of the most challenging tasks in modern science. While we can monitor tectonic plate movement, stress buildup, and seismic activity, we still cannot accurately predict the exact time, location, or magnitude of a future quake. Current tools, such as seismographs and GPS ground sensors, allow scientists to detect earthquakes only seconds to minutes before they strike, just enough for emergency alerts to be issued in some countries like Japan or Mexico. These systems track P waves, primary waves, the first tremors to arrive, before the more destructive S waves, secondary waves, hit, offering precious seconds for people to seek cover or shut down infrastructure. However, forecasting a quake days or weeks in advance is still scientifically impossible, because the Earth's crust behaves in complex and non-linear ways. Stress can build quietly for years without any surface sign, then release all at once with devastating force. This is why spiritual perspectives on these events, like those predicted by various psychics and mediums, are important. While modern technology offers seconds of early warning, it's still not enough, especially when earthquakes strike at night. In the daytime, people might have a chance to run outside or move to safety after feeling the initial tremors or receiving a phone alert. But at night, most people are asleep, and alerts may go unnoticed, leaving them vulnerable. Since science currently can't forecast quakes days in advance, people have long turned to nature and instinctual cues for early signs. Some researchers and eyewitnesses have noted unusual animal behavior before a quake: dogs barking frantically, birds flying erratically, or fish rising to the surface or beaching themselves. Others have reported strange cloud formations, sudden temperature shifts, or even flashes of light or colors in the sky, sometimes called earthquake lights. These signs aren't officially reliable by scientific standards, but they've been observed repeatedly before large seismic events. In some cultures, these subtle environmental changes are still taken seriously as early warnings. They remind us that the Earth often gives signals before releasing her energy. We just haven't fully learned how to interpret them. While science and nature offer partial insight into earthquakes, spiritual teachings provide another lens, one that looks beyond the physical into the soul's journey and the evolution of humanity. Two renowned spiritual regressionists and metaphysical researchers, Dolores Cannon and Dr. Michael Newton, have both touched on the significance of mass disasters, soul agreements, and planetary shifts, though from slightly different perspectives. Dolores Cannon, who began publishing her works in the 1990s, documented thousands of hypnotic regressions where clients described a major energetic shift coming to Earth. Even back then, these sessions hinted that this transformative time would arrive in the near future, which by all signs seems to be now. She described a split between worlds, where some souls would evolve to match Earth's higher frequency, while others who weren't ready would leave the planet, often through mass events like natural disasters and wars. Dr. Michael Newton, on the other hand, focused on life between lives therapy, where souls recalled planning their incarnations in the spirit realm. His clients often described group exits through large-scale accidents or disasters, suggesting these events were not random but spiritually prearranged for collective soul growth. Let's explore some powerful excerpts from their books. Dolores Cannon, The Vibrational Shift of Earth and Planned Exits. In her books, especially the Convoluted Universe series, Dolores Cannon explains that the Earth is undergoing a massive vibrational transformation. She describes a shift into what she calls the New Earth, a higher dimensional version of our world, where only those who have raised their frequency through spiritual growth will be able to go. According to Dolores, those who go with the Earth into the New Earth, the new dimension, will have to be vibrating at the proper frequency, and those who are not will not be able to go. They will be left behind on the old Earth, or will die and go elsewhere. Dolores explains that mass deaths, such as those caused by earthquakes, tsunamis, pandemics, or accidents, can be planned soul departures. These are not random or meaningless. Instead, many souls agree before incarnation to leave the Earth at a certain time, sometimes even in large groups. There will be a splitting of the Earth into two different realities, one vibrating higher, the other staying in 3D. Those who cannot handle the new energy or choose not to shift will exit their lives through illness, accidents, or mass deaths. They will reincarnate elsewhere. She emphasizes that many of these people are not being punished, but simply choosing to leave the planet because they are either not ready or not interested in continuing during this energetic transformation. She refers to these as exit points, moments in life, often dramatic, when a soul departs according to the timing set in its spiritual contract. Some souls do not want to experience the coming changes, so they make an agreement to exit during a particular event. This is why you see large groups dying together. It is part of their soul plan. Dr. Michael Newton, Reincarnation, Pre-Planned Deaths, and Soul Lessons. Dr. Michael Newton, a psychologist and past life regressionist, wrote extensively about the spiritual planning process that takes place between lives. In his book, Destiny of Souls, he reveals that before reincarnating, souls visit what he calls a body selection room. In this space, souls review possible bodies, life situations, and timelines that align with their spiritual goals for the next incarnation. One powerful passage from Destiny of Souls says, "As the time approaches for rebirth, we go to a space where a number of bodies are reviewed that might meet our goals. We have a chance to look into the future here and actually test out different bodies before making a choice. Souls voluntarily select less than perfect bodies and difficult lives to address karmic debts or to work on different aspects of a lesson they have had trouble with in the past. Most souls accept the bodies offered to them in the selection room, but a soul can reject what is offered and even delay reincarnating. Then too, a soul might ask to go to a physical planet other than Earth for a while. He also explains when the soul joins the body. Souls join their assigned hosts in the womb of the baby's mother sometime after the 3rd month of pregnancy, so they will have a sufficiently evolved brain to work with before term. After birth, an amnesiac memory block sets in, and souls meld their immortal character with the temporary human mind to produce a combination of traits for a new personality. Importantly, he also discusses how some souls choose shorter lifespans or even to die in mass events like natural disasters. These are not accidents, but pre-agreed choices that serve a higher purpose in the journey of the soul. Souls sometimes choose to experience a premature death, perhaps through illness or accident, as a way to complete an agreed-upon lesson. And in some cases, entire soul groups choose to depart together in a specific event. This means that events like earthquakes, plane crashes, or even wars can serve as collective exit points for groups of souls who came to Earth with that intention. From the perspective of the spirit world, the length of a human life, whether it is 5 years or 95 years, does not matter nearly as much as what was learned during that time. Earth is seen as a school, and human life is a kind of spiritual assignment. A soul might choose to die young, to teach lessons to family members, or to experience a certain hardship in a short window. Others may live long and quiet lives with fewer obvious challenges. Neither is better or worse, because in the eyes of spirit, it is all part of a larger plan. What really matters, from the soul's perspective, is not how long a person lived or how much they accumulated in material wealth, but whether they were able to overcome negative traits such as hatred, jealousy, vengefulness, lust, or greed. More importantly, did they learn to develop forgiveness, empathy, love, and self-control? Did they grow in wisdom, emotional maturity, and compassion through the experiences of that life? These are the true markers of spiritual progress, far more significant than any external achievements. It does not matter how much material wealth someone had, how famous they became, or how long they lived. From the higher realm's perspective, life is like a role in a play. The important thing is how well the role was played and what was learned from the experience. As earthquakes and other large-scale disasters become more frequent, it is natural to feel grief, confusion, or even fear. But for those who view life through the lens of the soul, these events can also be seen as powerful moments of transition, not just for the earth itself, but for the souls that leave during such times. We are not alone in our journey. Everything is part of a larger, divine design. And while we may not understand all of it from the human perspective, many spiritual teachers have reminded us there are no coincidences in the realm of the soul.